This is Tactical Red and I'm a Manchester United fan, and Ten Hag, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Diallo and the Crystal Palace result needs to be discussed. First of all, why the hell did Bruno Fernandes not come off the pitch? I've been watching Bruno Fernandes, obviously since he's been at United. But the first 6 months obviously was the best Bruno Fernandes I saw. The year after that, he was pretty good, but not like amazing. He was okay. But then since then, he's never ever hit those heights that he hit for the first 18 months. And people are living off the first 6 and 18 months of Bruno Fernandes' tenure at Manchester United. He is not a captain for real. He hides from the ball. He hides from the ball, and not even hides from the ball, because when he does that pressing and running forward, what he's doing is he's avoiding receiving the ball in tight areas. The reason why he likes to run forward past the striker, because he doesn't want to receive the ball. This is an issue for Manchester United. And what I've really noticed, if you look at Man United's quality games in the last year, Bruno Fernandes has not played as a 10 in any of them. Liverpool away when we drew 0-0. Man City in the FA Cup. Arsenal when we lost 1-0, but we played very good. Brighton, which we never win there. The one time we won there is when Bruno Fernandes, I think he was either playing in the 10 or he wasn't even in the team. Crystal Palace in the League Cup last season. All our best performances have been, and especially cohesive team performances have been when Bruno Fernandes has not been on the field. So this really does indicate that Bruno Fernandes isn't the player. We need to transition from Bruno Fernandes, and unfortunately we've given him a contract. Now this is obviously, Ten Hag's recommendation, but with Ten Hag, I've said this many times, and if you go back in any of my videos, even after the first 4 months, I said Ten Hag is not the manager for us, and I've been proven to be right continuously, because my thing is that if any manager that comes into Man United, if you believe Bruno Fernandes can be your number 10, I tend to struggle or worry about what your mentality truly is. If you really truly believe that Bruno Fernandes can be successful be winning the Premier League in being in the number 10 position, I think it's literally the most impossible thing to do. If you look at when Sporting won the league, it's the year after Bruno Fernandes left, and he was like their top scorer and top assister. But football is a team effort. And what we need to do as Man United fans, because I find Man United fans very frustrating, because we have a very, like, how can I describe it? We like individuals more than the team. Some people love Ten Hag more than Man United. Some people love Bruno Fernandes more than the team. Some people love Rashford more than the team. Some people love Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, even, Ahmed Diallo, Sancho, whatever. We need to look at what is best for the team as Man United fans. That's the key aspect of it. And I genuinely believe that we will become a better team without Bruno Fernandes. Now, Ten Hag, he has proven time and time again that he is not the manager for Man United. And we need to move him on. We just need to move him on. It's really that simple. Do you know what the biggest thing for me about Ten Hag is? The biggest thing, the thing that stands out the most, in my opinion, when he communicates. Now, you tell me if when he communicates, you feel inspired, because I don't. If you can tell me that he gives clear and concise communication, because that's what you need to do as a manager. Communication is key. It's a key skill for management. You need to get your mentality across to the players. And Ten Hag does not do that at all. In fact, he confuses more than instructs. But not only that, it's his mentality, it's his player management, it's his man management. He just doesn't have any man management. You can see he's an emotionless type of individual. And, I think in the modern day player, you need to have a level of emotional intelligence to deal with, groups of people. And Ten Hag doesn't have that whatsoever. So we're dealing with someone who's inept man management, who doesn't get his point across. Maybe he does have good tactics, but for me, his substitutions indicate that he doesn't understand his team. You don't understand your players and your players on individual level. You don't understand their individual talents, because the decisions you make it clear that you don't understand it. So, this is not going to improve. It never will improve. He can't. You know, you can have all the coaches and all the board and all the directors of football you want. At the end of the day, the coach makes the team, and we are still seeing the same old with Ten Hag. And if anyone is telling me that, oh, we're improving on the way our style of play and we're playing better, okay, that's fine. Why did you got Christian Eriksen when you should have bought Sanderberg? Because basically you want a regista in the midfield. You want someone to hold the ball and pop it around. Why did you bring in Ugarte? Clearly there's lines of communication that is not clear with Ten Hag and the directors of football and the CEO. You know, we need to. He just doesn't bring in confidence, and I think he's very much, because he's so desperate to keep his job. He's very much going to be agreeable into into accepting what maybe the board or maybe the ownership want. This is another problem. Rashford is. Why would you not play Rashford if you know you've been trying to get Rashford? Like the rumor is, you know, from certain fan channels that, you know, Rashford is the big project that they need to work on and they need to focus on him. And then he started scoring goals and you put him on the bench. It makes no sense. Garnacho is clearly an impact substitution. He doesn't have the qualities and the abilities of a starter. And I think we need to accept that. And, you know, I think Xerxes is definitely more effective than Højlund, because Højlund, if he doesn't score, he doesn't really do anything. Whereas Xerxes, even if he doesn't score, he's still doing a lot. And, you know, we need players like that. We don't need players who can go missing during the game, like for 95 minutes of the game, like Højlund does, where he's just fighting and battling with the centre-back on a MMA type style. We need players who can come into the hole and pick up the ball, spray it around, and keep the play flowing like Xerxes does. You know, it's really that simple. And I think, you know, Ugarte is not a Ten Hag signing. I think Ten Hag doesn't like him. I think if Ten Hag likes him, he plays him. And the reason why he hasn't started him, because he doesn't like him that much. So I think Ten Hag wanted Sanderberg and the board wanted Ugarte. I think it's that simple. But yeah, if we lose against Tottenham and Aston Villa, will he get sacked? Will he get sacked? That's the key aspect. I'm hoping he does. I'm not going to lie to you, any of you guys, because I really don't like him. I'm hoping that he does get sacked if we lose those 2 games, because that's 4 losses in 7. And, you know, if we lose the next 2 games, and, you know, Champions League could be 8-9 points clear already, and we're only in, the early October. 8-9 points away from Champions League football in early October is sackable, in my opinion. And I do think that the board need to have a contingency plan for Ten Hag, definitely. Take care.